Hola clase, vamos a repasar la conjugación de los verbos en el presente, en español, de las tres conjugaciones, ar, ir. Let's review the conjugation of the verbs in Spanish, the ar, ir verbs in Spanish in the present tense. So here we go. One more time, we're going to be looking at the conjugation of the regular verbs in Spanish for the present tense, ar, and ir verbs. You already have seen the AR verbs and the conjugation of regular R verbs. Remember that hablar, like we're going to use the example, we're going to use the verb hablar as an example. Hablar is the infinitive of the verb, and these are terms that you'll be more familiar with throughout the semester, and they're important to recognize. The infinitive can be divided into the stem, in this case habl, H-A-B-L, and the ending, ar. And again, these are terms that are important to remember. Later in the semester, we're going to study the stem changing verbs. So it's important to understand what the stem of the verb is. To conjugate the regular verbs in Spanish, remove the AR, the ending of the verb, maintain the stem of the verb throughout the entire conjugation of the verb. Remember, the conjugation of the verb is going to have all 6 forms. The first, second, third person singular, and the first, second, third person plural. The subject pronouns that correspond to those forms are yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. So if we maintain the stems, that's what you get. Then add the appropriate endings for the AR verbs. The appropriate endings for the AR verbs are o, as, a, amos, ais, an. The result that you're going to get is yo hablo, tú hablas, él, ella, usted habla, nosotros, nosotras hablamos, vosotros, vosotras habláis, ellos, ellas, ustedes hablan. Remember that in Spanish we have 3 conjugations, ar, and ir. This is the second conjugation, the verbs. The exact same process. We're going to use comer, the infinitive, comer as the example. You're going to divide into the stem and the ending. Drop the ending, keep the stem. This is what you're going to get, but the endings for the verbs are slightly different. O, es, e, hemos, eis, en. The process for the R verbs, the verbs are yo como, tú comes, él, ella, usted come, nosotros, nosotras comemos, vosotros, vosotras coméis, ellos, ellas, ustedes comen. The last conjugation of the verbs, the ir verbs in Spanish, follow the same process. We're going to use the infinitive vivir as the example. Drop the ir, keep the stem. This is the process, and the endings are very similar to the verbs. Only the nosotros and the vosotros form is going to change. O, es, e, imos, is, en. The final process, once again, that you're going to get for the ir verbs is yo vivo, tú vives, él, ella, usted vive, nosotros, nosotras vivimos, vosotros, vosotras vivís, ellos, ellas, ustedes viven. Now let's try and put it all together so you can see visually how they all look together. There is your subject pronouns, again, yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. Those are the subject pronouns. They do the action. They perform the action. And then we have 3 conjugations of verbs in Spanish. The infinitives are, ir. We don't have any others in Spanish. We don't have or ur or any other combination of vowels and consonants. We don't have et or anything like that. All verbs in Spanish, all infinitives are, ir. And here's the conjugation for ar again. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. For o, es, e, hemos, eis, en. And for ir, o, es, e, imos, is, en. This may help some of you seeing visually side by side. And finally, some examples so you see these verbs in action and how they're used. Nosotros hablamos español. Los estudiantes comen hamburguesas. Mi familia vive en España. The first one is verbo hablar, is from the AR conjugation. The second one is comer, from the ER conjugation. And the third one is vivir, vive en España, from the ER conjugation. Mi familia, ironically, is a singular noun in Spanish. That's why we use the él, ella form, the he, she form for my family. It's an it, it's a she, it's a singular noun. So we use vive, no viven. That's a common mistake a lot of students make, is the conjugate familiar with plural, but it is a singular noun. So there you have it. That's how we conjugate the Spanish verbs in the present, all three conjugations. And be sure to read your slides in the module, in the units, inside Blackboard. And also check your ebook on Kia, because it has all the tutorials and things that you may find useful in trying to understand the conjugation of the verbs. Also, I have another video posted on the use of the infinitive. We just saw how to use the conjugated verbs, but we also need to understand how to use the infinitives in Spanish, and so that's explained in another video. And so that's about it. Until next time, adios.